Those AR filters are great, man. I forgot
Yeah,
to
I love
ask
it.
you that. I should get a slice one at some point. I would love that.
Well, you can definitely get your AR filters right here at Crypto Novo IO. I know last room got a nice AR filter going on for him, and it's for all the aliens, apes, and zombies. And I want to get everyone out there getting one of these filters, so then you can make a name and make a voice for yourself out there. Because we have Crypto Borat on right now, and what better way to talk about what you can do with an AR filter, but actually use it to promote your own product. And I heard of this, I don't know, probably a month ago when I was digging in around on Discord, on the LastSlice Pizza Discord. And what I found was NFT tequila with you, Crypto Borat. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into, the tequila business, I'm going to say.
The tequila business, great way to put it. So first of all, as you know, you just mentioned it, the Last Slice, it's great. Last Slice is amazing. Huge shout out to Lostrum and everyone in the Slice. It's been an amazing learning experience, and it's really what's been pushing me to work on projects and do more things, and so many fun things uh, to look forward to in the space. Proud owner of Slice number 10, been here since day one. Um, so yeah, as you know, I mean, you're a slicer too. Part of the slice is onboarding people to the metaverse, teaching people what it's all about, getting more people excited about it, getting more people involved. That is something that has really, really grown to be one of my missions as well, being so long here in the slice. And I say so long, but the time goes by so fast in this space. But I mean, it's been less than a year. It's crazy. Uh, so yeah, we want to be able to onboard more people. We want to keep going with that mission of the last slice. And I I live in Mexico. I live more specifically in Jalisco, and I feel like there is a large untapped pool of people that really don't fully understand what NFTs are yet, what crypto is, all this, the metaverse, all this space. And I know it's like that in most of the world, but you see stuff like NFT NYC and the stuff we're getting in Miami at the end of the month. So the US is really, it's getting there. But we want to be able to onboard people as well over here in Mexico and Latin American countries. So that is sort of part of our goal with the project. We wanted to add a very easy to understand at its base, at its initial utility, a very easy to understand utility to the project. Some people don't understand why buying a JPEG. What's the point? What's the point of buying a JPEG? Well, with us, we have a little base roadmap right there. Actually, that's exactly what you're looking at. That's our initial roadmap. Something to keep in mind is that we want to be very community driven. We're open to ideas from the community and do, you know, whatever the community really wants to move forward with. We are all for it if it's something possible for us to do. So out of the box, the moment somebody has an NF tequila, we're working together with some distilleries over here. We have some nice contacts in the town of Tequila, Jalisco, which is where tequila actually
What's the
originated.
name of that town again?
Tequila.
So they probably know what they're doing, I'm guessing, if the name.
They definitely know what they're doing. Actually, I don't know if you know this, man, but you can't produce tequila wherever you want. Tequila has to be produced in. There are like 4 places in Mexico that barely allow it, but the main one is Tequila, Jalisco. That's where tequila was born, and you need to actually have the agave plant there and do the whole process there to actually legally be able to call it tequila. I'm sure everyone's seen that. The Rock has his tequila brand, and Elon Musk wanted to release a tequila at some point. A lot of actors, famous people try to do that. They all go to Tequila, Jalisco, to this little town 45 minutes away from my house. They all go there and buy the tequila there from factories that mass produce it, and then rebottle it. They repackage it, and that's how they sell their product. So it's really cool. It's really cool that our product is authentic tequila, like the actual tequila. NFTs are made here in Jalisco as well. So out of the box, you have free tours for you and a plus one, a tequila distillery, which it's such a fun experience. It's really cool. There's a lot of nice little activities in the town of Tequila, and one of those is going to the distilleries, going through the whole process of how tequila is made, and throughout the whole time that the companies explain to you how it all works, they're constantly giving you different shots of tequila, different types of tequila, and it's such a fun experience. You end up pretty wasted sometimes. It's pretty cool.
It's all part of the tour, and it's cool that you're, I mean, it's a physical. I mean, it's a metaphysical, where you're actually getting an NFT with a physical, and then also an experience tied to it, which is excellent. And I'm sitting here getting an education out of it, which is the most important thing, because I didn't know half the things you were just talking to me about. And this is in your own backyard, so you have personal roots, grown within, the soil based around this NFT roadmap that I'm seeing in front of you. So right now, why don't you tell the people maybe just tuning in, like where we're at in this roadmap? Because I mean, you had a big day just like pretty much an hour ago. I mean, you're hot off the press here.
Yeah, we're literally launching right now. We're a team of 3 people, and it's actually a full family project. It's me and 2 of my cousins, and they're actually posting right now. They're listing right now. I was listing with them earlier, but I had to come get ready for the stream. So right now it's them doing all the heavy lifting. So we're pretty excited. We're the first part of the roadmap. We're releasing. We wanted to release since like a month ago. We've had the bottles ready. One of my cousins, the one that did all the art, all the design, he's just been so excited about it.
It might have been better off you didn't release a month ago, because we've been kind of in a crypto lull a little bit. I know gas prices are a little crazy now, but like, right now, I mean, if people have had that ETH, what I've learned in this process, and again, none of this is ever financial advice, is people that have ETH spend it on something. So when ETH goes up, people are generally making money, and those are usually the miners, people producing the Ethereum to help these blocks chain, and they usually come back and buy NFTs. That's what I've seen in the past.
Exactly. That's how
So
it's been.
it's like a balloon. One balloon feeds the other balloon, pushing the air back and forth, back and forth. So more people are coming. We see that with more wallets coming into the space, more popularity from the larger brands coming in the space. And sometimes it's cool just to take a step back and take a look at things. And you guys have a really awesome. I mean, you couldn't get any closer to the right idea of doing this. Very unique idea. We've seen it with other liquids, but like with this having such a personal touch coming from your hometown, I mean, knockout right here. This is pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you like that. I think that's really cool. And right, you mentioned, speaking of other liquids, I want to shout out really good friends of mine, Future and Hirotokai. I know you know them as well. We definitely took inspiration from their on-chain wine. Huge shout out to them. It's really it was such a cool idea of them to do that as well. And we thought, we are in Jalisco. We are in the land of tequila. There's not too much, I feel like, Latin American representation in the actual space, So I think it's really cool to have a project that's actually born here, and it makes sense for it to be born here. We're not in Mexico City. That has nothing to do with tequila. You know what I mean? We are in Jalisco. We are where tequila is coming from.
You're in your hometown. This is like what when you walk out of your backyard and down the street. Like this is it. Just if you are in the Rust Belt of America and you're in still mill country, that's what you know. Just like if you are in, out in the farms and you're talking about, that's what you know.
Exactly.
And so like, NFTs, what's in your backyard, and you're making it happen, and you're bringing your family along with it. And that's excellent. That's what we need to do. I'm seeing a large contingent coming from Mexico with the Ethereans and the Chaos. I keep always getting mixed up. The Chaos, not the brothers, Chaos twin. No, maybe they are the Chaos brothers. And a couple other pretty hefty NFT projects coming from there. So the popularity is definitely growing, further south than the American border here. And we're seeing it more and more because it's an equalizer. It's a way of getting your products out there. Now you essentially have your own distributing rights, your own product. You're all based around an NFT. And that's what excites me about this, where you can do it in the entrepreneurship in the space by yourself with friends and family. And you don't need to go through the major distributors.
Yeah, exactly. We have so many cool ideas, long term. This is our initial roadmap. These are things that we can promise right now that we are delivering. We will deliver this. And some of those values are kind of rough numbers, like 50% sold for a giveaway. We're thinking maybe it's 25, 25, 25, 25, not 50. But we want to have tequila giveaways throughout the whole project, throughout the life of the project. There's always going to be giveaways. There's always going to be cases, full cases of tequila, which includes, they come with 6 bottles. So we want to keep the community excited and having fun with us and drinking some tequila and stuff. And the final goal in the little initial roadmap right there, I think is really, really cool, because people will get to actually experience tequila, the whole Mexican experience over here. We would be able to bring a lucky winner that holds a tequila, obviously, him and a +1 or her and a +1. We want to be able to get them a weekend getaway at Tequila Jalisco. Go over there with them as well, hang out with them, bring anyone from the NF Tequila community that lives over here already. Maybe do a gathering, something exciting like that. Get an opportunity for people that aren't from Mexico to use that utility for going into the distillery and doing all these fun activities. So I think that is something that would be amazing. I would love to hang out with people in the community and do these kinds of things in real life. Have events
You're
and
giving
stuff.
back to the people that are helping you along, and that's what we've seen last week with a lot of the major NFT projects that were going around in New York, and that's what we're seeing moving forward is that utility of it. It's just not getting a image of a bottle of tequila. You're actually getting the physicals, and then also winning chances down the road for giveaways based on specific benchmarks you make. And it's all right not to have specific numbers, because one, you don't want to over promise, and two, a lot happens in the time frame. I mean, secondary sales can go bonkers. I mean, anything's possible. So it's good just to take your time and go through it and meet the needs of the consumers. And right now, those are the NFT buyers and the consumers of tequila too.
Definitely. And I want to mention here, actually, the designer has a quick little note on me to say here. He's just very thankful. He's very excited. I don't know if I mentioned it here a second ago, but my cousins, they weren't involved in the crypto space at all before this. I've been talking to them about crypto and NFTs and the metaverse, and they've been starting to get involved since like about 6 months ago, and they're so excited. So I like seeing in practice the whole onboarding happening with my cousins, and I want to see that happen with more people. But my cousin's just very thankful. He's thankful with all the support because he's received messages. We've received messages of people telling us that the bottles look amazing. That's really cool. They love the designs. And I'm just a coder. I made the code. I randomized the layers. That was me. But the designs were not me. That was my cousin. And I'm really happy with them. They're beautiful. So they're all based on different things that are part of the world of tequila. You'll see like a little stallion. You'll see like a little Mexican hat, a sombrero. You'll see a lot of things there in the bottles. Some special traits too as well that maybe.
Yeah. So for the caps, you have the royal blue, the green, the cork blue. So you have different caps on it. You have the different styles of bottle between classic and hourglass, the modern, the heavy top, the heavy bottom. I better get on the bigger screen here so people can see actually what I'm talking about. So what I'm on OpenSea on the left. I'm on the left-hand side. I pulled down pretty much what I call the different attribute classes. Here are the different backgrounds. So are any of these inspired from anything that's happened? Like you got space here, you got the black, which is not up yet because probably no one has claimed that, but you got the space ones. So, can you talk a little bit about the inspiration behind making these? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe speaking towards your cousins who actually made these. I mean, do you guys sit down and talk about it? Is it something that you guys remember? Hey, remember the stars when, when we were just chilling and hanging out?
Yeah, actually, it goes a lot with the aesthetic. Like, think of tequila when you think of Mexico, when you think of like maybe old Western movies, sort of stuff like that involves sort of Texas, Mexico, things like that. These colors come to mind, at least in our opinion. I don't know what you think, but that's why the backgrounds are they're like different times of day, as you said right now. You have the high noon, you have the sundown, you have the sunrise, you have all these and that last one, that's an open sea error. I've that night black with lowercase e. I've been looking at it so many times, and I click it and I go into the property and it's correct. Open sea, come on, you're making billions of dollars. Um, we gotta make it better.
Hey, you know
But
what? That might pop up. That could be the air card in all of this being worth the most. You never know.
it's
Um,
possible. That's how collectibles work.
it is.
It's
It is.
great.
And
But yeah, all those backgrounds have to do with different states of the day, and they go with that sort of color palette. My cousin that designed them is very very artistic, and it goes with that color palette that has to do with this whole aesthetic, this whole general aesthetic with Mexico, tequila, all this, and of course the space one. It's just beautiful. That's just a rare background. Look at that. I love how the space ones look, and there are some like that first one. It has a space background and a lucid tequila liquid. Obviously, there's no lucid tequila liquid in real life, but we wanted to add those two little really rare traits. I feel like that looks amazing. The background with the stars and the colorful tequila. That's beautiful.
it is. That is pretty awesome right there. Uh, you have the little plants next to it. You have the limes. You got everything lined up there. How about any salt involved in these? We have to see if there's salt attributes. Oh, look at this one. This one's on fire. Look at this.
Yeah.
Properties, hourglass monitor. Oh yeah, the secret is the flame.
Yeah, there
That's
are
pretty
a couple
sweet.
secrets in there. There are a couple secrets. And actually, the little shot glass, that's another thing. We want to keep it very authentic. If you look at the types of tequila and if you look at the shot glasses and all those things, we didn't call it shot glass. We called it caballito. Because a shot glass is not the same thing as the kind of shot glass that you use to drink tequila. They're a little taller. I don't know if you've noticed. Those
And then
little taller glasses are called caballitos. There's not really a word for it in English, I guess. Um, but we
it's
kept
it's
that
its
sort
own
of right there.
distinct narrative, and then it's just dumbed down in America as a shot glass, probably.
Exactly.
So, is there a way that is there a particular way that you drink tequila? I guess you'd say then, like, do you take it as a shot, or you try to, drink the whole thing, or do you sip this type of tequila? Is it
I
something?
personally, I don't like regulating how other people drink, but there are people that have their styles. Like the shot glass and then the lime. A lot of really hardcore, maybe more experienced tequila drinkers over here, like my cousins. They may frown upon a little the lime thing because it's like, come on, you don't need the lime, just take it, just take the tequila. I personally prefer just drinking it straight as well. But it is nice to mix with some other drinks. Margaritas are nice, stuff like that. But tequila, I really like the taste of straight tequila. I think it's very very powerful.
Because it's sometimes like you go into like a steakhouse and you get a fine steak, like you don't want to ask for the sauce because the steak should be its own entry, but it's all how people like it themselves, and I'm not a drinker at all, but I think if I went to a prime factory or something, I would have it how they'd serve it, I would say, because that's how they would
Yeah, you would
suggest.
want the actual unique experience, the full
Yeah, just like
experience,
just
right?
like the tasters do it. So there probably are tasters within these distilleries, and they're probably I don't know if they probably would get paid for that job, but that might be a good job if that's the route you'd want to go.
Oh, definitely. There's definitely people that are dedicated to that, to being tasters.
So
It's
are you guys, pardon my ignorance, distilling this yourselves, using a distributor distiller at family friends. How is the product coming to be?
So we have really contacts with some distilleries here in Tequila. We know a lot of these people, and we already talked to them about the project and everything, and they like it. They like the project. It's awesome. I can't really say brands and stuff like that.
Sure, yeah, I get it.
But we would definitely like. Now this is like a super long term. If it, when the project grows, because this is our baby. We're gonna put so much time and effort into this. When this project keeps growing and growing and growing, it would be amazing to be able to make the bottles of NF tequila, actual physical bottles for the people that own specific tequila. That'd be a really cool thing to happen. I'm not promising anything here. It's something in my head that I would love to do. And I'm a huge fan, and I believe in sort of cross utility with NFTs. Let's say, I don't know, but I don't want to say much there because I don't want to overpromise. These are
this is what sometimes happens on these shows is like you speaketh and I listeneth, and sometimes we can bridge gaps. So maybe not making a physical bottle for it. Excuse me, I have to cough for a second. But for maybe we can do like some type of 3D printing with it, so it mirrors your bottle, and then people can almost 3D print it at home, and then you can have
definitely
sticker or label. So maybe that's something that the Slice can talk about, is how we can start producing 3D printing accessibility towards people who have NFTs.
That is amazing. That is a great idea. We're open to all that, and working with the Slice, of course, we're in there. We got to do it. Yeah, definitely. It's really cool because we also want like involvement in the verse as well. We would love to also create some wearables down the line, and the 3D printing idea is great. I hadn't thought about that. That's definitely a good middle step.
Yeah, a 3 or 4 inch little desktop bottle that looks similar to the one that you purchased, with a different hourglass or the heavy bottom, heavy top. And then you can just get a simple labeling process that goes with it as well, to make it more significant towards your particular NFT that you got. And then, simply it would just be a code that gets sent that you can just send to your 3D printer.
Yeah, definitely. That would be great. I'm excited about that. I want that to happen now.
That would pretty much cost your crew zero, except for sweat equity and time, once we figure out the coding to it. And then you can get that sent out in a layer, which is pretty much just a within the unlockable content. Just add that to a layer in the unlockable content. You unlock the content, and it gives you your file code right there.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love that. See, this is why networking is so important in this space. Talking to people, helping people out, getting involved with everyone's stuff. It's great because that's how great ideas are born. We're so early in this space. Everything's still starting to grow. Everything's just starting to exist. And this is how great ideas happen.
Another one right here, which would be easy. This is where I got the idea from right here. Here's my unrevealed or revealed unlockable content. I don't want to open it up because then someone can take these files or use them. But I can take this file. It's an AR filter. I can add it to my Snapchat lens in my phone and drop it anywhere. And put it inside of a football stadium. So you can do this with your tequila and have your bottles, sit down at your bottles on your home. And you have it right here. So now you have an AR filter with it, and all that is a rendering, very similar to what you can do in Blender. All that is a blender. And then you just upload, you mold it, and then you upload your format or your skin of your bottles right to it. So now everyone has the skin of their bottle, whatever it is, and they can rotate it just as you're seeing right here. And this can be brought onto your phone, and your phone can be used as a Snapchat lens filter. So you can, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. So then it's in the background of just a natural setting. Let's see if I have it saved here. I thought I did. Right here, this picture right here. So now imagine yourself at a bar and you have your Snapchat lens there. You have tequila, and then you have the filter of your bottle, your specific bottle right there.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know,
That is great.
you know how much that would cost you, Crypto Borat?
0. It would cost time to do. That's
You got
awesome.
it, my friend. And then here's the other thing: is we just run that by LastSlice, and then all of a sudden that's a work to flow model. If someone wants to establish that within any type of roadmap, you know, we can bring. Hey, that's the thing is then we bring this. All right, we bring that idea over to on-chain wine, and then all of a sudden we're doing that same thing with all the wine bottles and wine glasses. You're sitting there at dinner at a nice dinner, and you can import an AR filter to any tabletop of what wine you're matching with your dinner every night.
That
Another day.
sounds
Hey,
amazing.
what's up, my friend? How you doing? Good to hear you. All right. Well, those are the ideas that we got to take and run with because they're rather easy to do. They wouldn't cost you anything in your roadmap, and it adds another meta physical flex to the game. And all this could be easily done through this proud members that are slicing away because you guys write the code. I just try to bridge the gaps.
That's how teamwork works. Hell yeah.
All right. How about a little 1 minute and 30-second elevator pitch to maybe someone who just turned in or something I can cut up for tomorrow? So welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. It's Crypto Novo. I'm here with Crypto Borat. He's coming out with some hot dish NFT right here. And it's not a dish, it's more of a drink. All right. Tell us a little bit about it here, Crypto Borat.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. It's awesome being here. So NF Tequila, it is tequila, literally made in Jalisco. It is an NFT that is tequila made where tequila's originally coming from. You know, it's authentic. It's actually authentic, made where the only place where it can actually be created and legally be called tequila. So we are using this to onboard so much more people into the metaverse. We want to grow communities. We want to grow everything. We want to bring people to us as well. We want to be able to have people come to Jalisco with us and have a good time, visit the tequila distilleries, and just have a drink, have some fun. And I'm not a great elevator pitch guy. That's that's basically
Perfect
what it
because
is, you know?
right now all we got to do is you just got to hop over to OpenSea because I mean this is hot and fresh right off the press. I mean this is coming out what minutes ago, and what we could do here is take a look because it is sharp looking. It comes with physicals, and if you could just see on the roadmap that we were just pointing out right here, I mean just experience and access. I mean who doesn't want to go where tequila itself is produced? And this, from what I've learned through this, is there's only a few places on Earth that can technically be called tequila.
Yeah, it's a really interesting fact. And actually, speak something I didn't mention. I don't know if you noticed that peculiar price on the tequilas. It's a really weird number to choose for the pricing. And also that's the amount of bottles that exist. I mean, OpenSea rounds up numbers weird, but we're using the number 1538 because that is the year. That is the year where the legend states that tequila was created. So it's a really interesting thing. Now, whoever wants to believe it, whoever doesn't, but there were fields of agave here in Mexico, in Tequila, Jalisco, and in the whole area of Jalisco, and lightning thunderstruck the fields. Thunderstruck the fields. There were huge fires, and the secretion that came out of the agave plant was then fermented by the natives, and they discovered that they could drink it, and it would have some pretty powerful effects. So they came to the conclusion that the was a gift from the gods of inebriation. This is a gift from the gods to us. This delicious, powerful drink. So that is why we are really using that 1538 number right there.
You're bringing the gift of the gods to the NFT space in the year 1538, when the gods hammered down lightning upon these certain plants that produce one of the most favorite liquors. Is it considered a liquor, a drink? Alcohol produced based plant that makes one of the friendliest drinks in the world. And right now, NFT'd from one of the best places in the world, right from Crypto Borat's pretty much backyard, where you could probably look out and see, some aspect of tequila in some form within pretty much his hometown.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's great. I love it. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me here and letting me show the project. And again, huge shout out to the slice, because without the slice, without Lostrum and all the help, that everything that I've learned in there, I wouldn't be doing things like this. I've learned so much. I've learned so much in the last slice. Such an amazing community, such amazing people, and yeah, definitely check out the slice. Huge things.
Yeah, you got that right. I'm learning a lot in there as well. Learning about new projects as well. Happy to bring a fellow slicer on. Let's keep the communications going about growing. We got the Discord here that you can check in. Make sure you're definitely hitting up OpenSea. Check out those rare attribute classes that they have going on and the specials that are in there. Also like and subscribe to some of the channels and content I'm putting out there. None of it's financial advice. I mean, I pretty much talked to Crypto Borat, I don't know, 8 hours ago, and asked him if he wanted to come on and jam. And that's what we did. So I got it here on YouTube. We got it on Twitch. I'm also sneaking it in there live on Twitter. I figured out a way to get this going live streaming on Twitter.
Oh, you're live streaming it on Twitter?
Yeah, I figured
How do
out.
you do that?
Yeah, I got my tricks of the trade. So right here, I got a
Nice.
live stream on Twitter going as we're talking. So it's kind of like Spaces, but I actually figured out a way you can. I don't know if it's a bootleg or a stream or a restream, but it's working, and I'm gonna keep it working. So you
That's
need an
crazy.
AR filter. You got any AR filters right here. There is a list. There is a line. I'm sorry, we are like 30 deep, but it's popular, and we want to make sure that the designers are getting paid. I don't get a cent for this. So the people making the filters get it, and they're done right and awesome, and they have been outright and awesome. So hop on my Discord if you need anything on that aspect. And a little outro music here with Belectro Labs. Crypto Borat, man, thanks for coming on and telling me the cool things that you're up to.
Thank you for having me, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, have
Later,
a friendly
everyone.
Friday. Here we go. That's Crypto Novo and Crypto Borat saying stay positive and love life. Peace.